open a new file, and now I'll demonstrate the use of different data types. Starting with the header files. We learned about 5 data types, out of which void is a special data type which we can't use to declare a variable. Let us start with declaring an integer variable, followed by a float, then a character, then a double. In this program, a is a variable of integer data type. Similarly, b is a variable of float data type. C is a variable of char data type. D is a variable of double data type. After declaring variables, you should always initialize them to avoid errors. By initialization, I mean giving values, giving its initial values when the program runs. So let's initialize A, B, C, and D. A is an integer data type, so we can give it an integer. B is a float, so we can give it a floating point value. Basically, a float means a decimal point value. Next is C. C is of character data type. Please remember, whenever you want to declare a character data type, it should be always enclosed with single quotes. C equals capital A. Last is D. D is same as a float, meaning it can store decimal point values but with a higher precision. Let's assign it a value of 0.5. Now each of our variables is declared as well as initialized. We have reduced the risk of errors. Now let's try printing these values. As we know, to print we use the function printf. A is an integer data type, and as you may recall, the format specifier for an integer is %d, and we have to replace the %d with the value of A. Next is the value of B, which is a float. B is a float value, so we use %f as format specifier, and we have to replace this %f with the value of B. Next is C. C is of character data type and its format specifier is %C. We have to replace this %C with the value of C. Please keep in mind, you have to end each line with semicolon. Lastly, we'll print D. D is of type double and the format specifier is %lf. Let's save this program. After saving, compile it and run it. Here, you may observe that the program is working perfectly fine, but there is a small presentation issue. It is printing each statement in a single line. To rectify this presentation issue, we'll have to get back to the code. We want a new line after the value of A is printed. So let's give a new line character here. Same goes with the value of B to give a new line at the end. We'll do this for each statement. Let's save the code, compile it, and run it. Now the program is working perfectly fine and the presentation issue is also solved. Thank you.
Hey guys, this is Anshul Maske. If you want to learn C at a greater depth, make sure you check out the full course on the LearnInStudy website. now at just rupees 200. Subscribe this channel and don't forget to press the bell icon for more trivial information and further updates from this channel. Thank you.